Alright guys, welcome back to Endeavor. So we're going to take a look at a couple of drills around how we approach teaching people to fight back and deal with essentially a struggle over a gun. It's not gun disarms, it's not anything specific, it's not a crazy technique. People know I've been pretty vocal about the fact that I don't believe in teaching people gun disarms in active shooter scenarios. Gun disarms, traditional gun disarms, the way a lot of people think. We can dive into that later, but for now, I'm going to show you essentially the basis kind of foundational drill that we get into. Most people that show up for active shooter training, even if it's a hands-on course, are most likely never going to do any more training. It's just realistic. So even if they were to do training, I want to get them something that would be easy for them to train, makes sense from especially an instinctive or intuitive standpoint if I'm going to get involved, and more importantly, actually applies to the context of an active shooter. So in an active shooter situation, he's moving around, I'm making split-second decisions of going to grab. It is all too common, if the gun is in sight and if I'm in proximity and if I made the choice to go after the gun, that I'm going to reach towards danger with my hands. So we start a drill that we refer to as don't get shot, don't get stabbed. It's a pretty simple drill. The idea is really simple. So this is a SIRT gun. It's got a little laser that shoots out of it. So if he holds it down, holds the trigger down and he's pointing at me, I want this red dot to be anywhere else but me, right? And that's the basic idea of it. So we start people in contact. I usually tell them, get one hand on the gun, one hand somewhere on the other arm. Okay, again, this is just oh shit style stuff. We end up in this position. I'm not saying this is the most beneficial position, but it happens. So when we get into this spot, I want to make sure the line of fire never crosses my body. So we start in here, we start in contact, because again, we don't want people doing anything crazy and getting injured, especially in a very short period of time. So we go in, he's going to hold the trigger on just so you can see the laser, but in reality you don't need a SIRT gun, you can use a basic rubber or plastic one. And what's going to happen is really simple. He's trying to point the laser towards me, and I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't point the laser at me. I can use my hands and try to muscle, I can use my body weight, I can use my feet and movement however I want. He's continually trying to point it at my chest, and I'm continually fighting and making sure that he can't as he's going to do that, okay? It looks ugly, it looks stupid, but realistically, if you've never had any training, you at least know that being in front of a gun when the bullet goes out of it is not a good place to be. So it's a very simple place we can start people to start understanding pushes and pulls and build a sensitivity to not getting shot or not getting stabbed, right? Again, we're using a SIRT pistol, but this can be done with basic trainer guns. Nothing really changes, right? We do tell people if you're going to do this, keep all 4 fingers and the thumb on the opposite side below the trigger guard. That way, as we're fighting over the gun in these positions, if something gets rolled, busted, you don't get injured there. If we were to put a knife in the hand, he's constantly trying to stab the knife directly into my chest. I may not grab the blade. I have no idea what's going to happen under stress. Shit happens. But I may go ahead and grab onto the hand if I needed that. But it's the same idea. He's trying to shove it into my chest. I'm trying to make sure that he can't shove it into my chest. And I'm leaning, I'm moving, I'm dumping energy in different directions. And I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't touch with me. Okay? This is applicable. Like, this is reality. I'm not standing in front of him trying to do some crazy defense that's not going to come out of anywhere. So this is kind of the first foundational drill we run in all of our ASR courses, our Respond to Active Killer courses, where it's literally, look, you know where the dangerous part of a knife is, you know where the dangerous part of a gun is, let's get in a physical interaction over that, and let's start with that basic principle. So try that out. We're going to do probably 5 or 6 different renditions of this drill, how we build it off. We'll see you guys for the next video.